Hello everyone, my name is Ségolène and I'm going to talk about the different cost categories available in your budget. So if you want to know more, you can have a look at our program manual, section 6.1, 6.2 and 6.3. So there are 6 different cost categories in addition to the lump sum of preparation cost in Interreg Europe budget. In this first video, I will talk about preparation cost, staff cost, office and administrative expenditure, and travel and accommodation. So let's get started with preparation costs. Preparation costs are all the costs that you need to prepare your application form, and it will be directly included in the lead partner's budget. It is a lump sum of 17,500 euros per project. This means that would be 14,000 euros in case the lead partner is from an EU member state, and then it will be 8,750 euros if the lead partner is from Norway. But then you might wonder, what should you do and how will you get the lump sum? Well, it is easy. The lump sum will be received only for approved projects. Then it will be directly included in the lead partner's budget, and it has to be shared among the partnership depending on the involvement of each partner during the preparation of the application form. You can see that there will be only a budget for this cost category in the lead partner's budget. You should also have in mind that no supporting document will be needed when reporting. Now, next cost category is staff costs. So staff costs usually represent the largest share of the budget, and indeed, because project partners are usually the main beneficiaries of the project. So it refers to the gross employment costs, and only for staff members employed by the partner institution and directly working on the project. In order to plan your staff cost budget, you should have in mind the following question. So, which project activities will be carried out and how many employees will be needed to carry them out? Then, which percentage of their time will they need to dedicate to the project activities, and what is their monthly gross employment cost? You should also have in mind the project duration, which is 4 years for all, and with the 3 months closure. So then for the calculation of staff cost, there will be only one possible method. It will be with fixed percentage. So this means that the project employee could either be working at 100% at full time, or it can also be working at part-time, but with a fixed percentage. Let's take an example. So in practice, a partner organization could decide to have 2 employees working on the project. And we'll say that each employee has a gross employment cost of 3,500 euros. So if the first employee will be working at 60% on the project, then the gross employment cost would be 2,100 euros per month. Then if the second employee will be working at only 30% on the project, the gross employment cost will be reduced as we multiply per 30%, and we get 1,050 euros per month. So that would mean for this partner a monthly staff cost budget of 3,150 euros. Then you can multiply it by 48 months to get the total project duration, and we have a staff cost budget of 151,200 euros. Now, next cost category is office and administrative expenditure. For this cost category, it concerns all the general administrative expenses of the partner organization. So it can be for office rents or stationery or postal services, for example. But you can find a list of all the detailed costs within this cost category in the program manual. So these costs are covered by a flat rate of 15% of staff costs, and they are directly calculated in the application form, so automatically. So what you need to make sure is not to plan any cost in this cost category within another cost category. So now, to finish for this first video, we'll talk about travel and accommodation. This cost category includes costs such as travel, accommodation, of course, but it can also be for meals or daily allowances or visas. And it is only for travel and accommodation of the staff members. So the travel and accommodation costs for associated policy authorities or stakeholders should be planned under external expertise and services. As you might have noticed, there is a change for the travel and accommodation cost comparison with the previous programming period. So indeed, now travel and accommodation costs can be covered by a 15% flat rate of staff cost. However, some partners can also decide in the application form to choose the real cost basis, but they will have to provide a duly justified reasons and explanation. So, in practice, in the application form, all the partner will have to choose between the flat rate and the real cost basis. And if partner chooses real cost basis, they will have to explain, because the flat rate is the option recommended by the program. On our side, we expect that almost all partners will go for the flat rate, and only for specific geographical situations, such as the outermost regions, that real cost basis would be chosen. Why should you go for the flat rate? First of all, the 15% flat rate is in the regulation. Then, the program also carried out statistical analysis on the real travel and accommodation costs reported by the partner from the previous projects, to see whether a 15% flat rate would be enough to cover the travel and accommodation cost. And indeed, this statistical analysis showed that a 15% flat rate would be enough for almost all partners. Then it is also simpler. This is a real simplification. So when you will be preparing your application form, you won't have to estimate the travel and accommodation cost, as they will be automatically calculated. And then when reporting, it will be also less time on the control, and no supporting documents will need to be provided. So that's why, with all these advantages, we expect almost all partners to go for the flat rate. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we invite you to watch a second video to learn more about the remaining cost categories.